else has. You envy them and you just want to take it away from them. You hate them so much because of what they have that you want to take it. He wants not only to take the things away from that person, but he wants them to suffer the loss of them. Then there's murders, which is phonoi. It means to kill or to take the life of another person illegally. Murder is a sin against the sixth commandment. But it's not just the physical act of killing someone, it is the mental act of hating someone. That's what Jesus said. Jesus said, if you hate your brother, you've committed murder. Drunkenness, taking drink or drugs to affect one's senses for lust or pleasure, becoming tipsy or intoxicated, partaking of drugs, seeking bodily or sexual pleasures through drink or drugs. And revelings, carousing, uncontrolled license, indulgence, pleasure, taking part in wild parties or drinking parties, lying about indulging and feeding the lust of the flesh. Folks, those is what lust brings you to. Notice that lust wars against your soul. The flesh has within a base and unregulated urges and passions. The man senses the desire and urge to do what he likes, to lift the restraints and to follow his own desires and passions. He knows he should not do it, but the pull and desire tugs and struggles and wars against his soul. Lust wars against your soul. And the flesh wars against the soul. The flesh keeps a person from doing what he would. Every person who has ever experienced the power of the flesh, everyone has caved into his flesh and done something that he did not want to do. He fought against it, knew it was harmful or hurtful, yet he could not resist the flesh. He had to give in to the power in the flesh, and he did. He overate, he became angry, he began smoking, he got drunk, he acted selfishly, he committed immorality, he did evil things, he lusted, he cursed, he became prideful, he cheated, lied, or stole. All of us have been tempted, and we all know how to come again. And we've all talked about how to overcome temptation. Remember what we talked about? If you were here this weekend, we talked about overcoming temptations. Having the faith to overcome temptations by knowing that God is who you cry out to for help. But without God, the flesh is so strong, and we just do not struggle long enough to overcome it. In fact, we never will on our own power. The struggle we experience involves that of controlling and reaching out and sacrificing and giving in. And the point is, the flesh is so strong that it often keeps us from doing what we would, what we should. The only hope of ever controlling the flesh is to walk in the Spirit of God in His presence and power. Listen to Romans 7:15 through 20. For what I am doing, I do not understand. For what I will to do, that I do not practice. But what I hate, that I do. If then I do what I will not to do, I agree with the law that is good. But now it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells in me. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, nothing good dwells. For the will is present with me. But how to perform what is good, it is for God's